Which 2 and 2 did you just recently put together? Just this week I realized that the icon for my clock app changes to show the current time. And so does the calendar app. Why would the calendar icon change to show the current time? It doesn't matter how regular my workouts are, when the sleep schedule is garbage, so too is my physique. I've got about a little more than half a year worth of damage I need to patch over the summer. I race cars in an amateur league. There is a blue 240SX with the name Blue Bayou. I always thought they were from Louisiana or something, until the other day when I realized it sounds like Blue Bayou. Not me, but my friends didn't know Tinder itself was a pun. Because when you swipe on each other, it's a match. Edit. Users are the Tinder for the match to light up a fire. In Spanish, hats are called sombrero because they make sombra shade. Ray-Bans bang rays from your eyes. I'm embarrassed to admit I thought a guy named Raymond Ban owned a sunglasses business. Why they are called contact lenses. Feels like there's something in my eye. Me, at my first contact lens fitting. Alphabet equals alpha beta. Apparently everyone knows this. I'm in my 40s. There used to be a grocery store chain called Alpha Beta, and the name was meant to suggest that they had everything. Edit. To all the people who suggested it, I think that they probably avoided Alpha Omega because that would make it seem like the store was claiming to be God. I am Alpha and Omega. That's a little heavy for grocery shopping. We have everything from apples to bananas. That my girlfriend taking a shower anytime her male co-worker would text her wasn't a coincidence, and this morning I got the luxury of watching her take a nude selfie for another man. Bro. Not an ideal morning, but trying to stay positive. My boyfriend doesn't tell me he loves me anymore, because he doesn't love me anymore. There is a nice man above you in the thread who is about to be newly single as well. That the lines on the back window of my car are the defroster. I live in AZ and park in the garage so I never get frost on my car. I am 37 BTW. That's okay. I went on a road trip with a guy I was dating at the time and he panicked when the windows started fogging up. He was like, well, guess I can't see the road now. What do I do? Pull over and wipe him down or something? Took me a second to realize he wasn't joking. I told him, no, just turn on the defrost fan on hot, and he was like, the what? Did it for him. He was blown away lol. Jesus, how high did you turn the fans on? On the side of the road you will often see a small weed that looks like a yellow flower. These are called dandelions. On the side of the road you will often see a weed that looks like a fluffy white flower, which has seeds that come off in the wind when you blow on them. These are called dandelions. You would think that them having the same name would have given away the fact that these are the same plant. At 37 years old, and having a degree in biology, I only realized this about a year ago. My wife had a pretty good laugh watching those two particular neurons stumble across each other in my brain. I spent a good 25 years thinking, what's black and white and red all over? A newspaper was the absolute dumbest joke ever told and couldn't for the life of me understand why so many people told it. I thought it was some weird proto-ranta joke and the joke was that it doesn't make any sense. Don't remember what triggered the realization, but for anyone else with the same knowledge hole as me it's a pun. The joke is that they aren't saying red all over, they are saying red all over. I moved into a new place last month, and for the longest time I thought it was called chest of drawers. Turns out it's called chest of drawers. I am not a smart man. Hi, I'm Chester Drawers, and I'm here to talk to you about a dynamic storage solution. One of my wife's cousins is named Trey. But that isn't his real name. He has the same name as his father and grandfather, making him the third, or Tress, which got turned into Trey. I've known him for more than 10 years and just made the connection. Playing Rainbow Six Siege as Mara, a Spanish character in the game who can attach windows to walls. I grew up in Texas where we are required to take at least basic Spanish courses in school, and have been with my Spanish-speaking Mexican-American GF for almost 5 years. But only recently put together that the character's name is Mara, the Spanish word for look, as in luck through the window. I was so excited when I figured it out. Fortnight is short for 14 nights. I was coming to correct you all high and mighty and say that a fortnight is actually 2 weeks. I even googled it to confirm, and then realized 14 nights is 2 weeks. IDK, I feel like I need to confess this to you. Please forgive me. This isn't recent, but it wasn't until I was in my teens that I realized that when it rained, it wasn't raining all over the world at the same time. Next you're gonna tell me it isn't day all over the world at the same time. Co-pilots and the main pilot's assistant. They're just another pilot. Wait until I tell you about the word cooperate. Or collaborate. Or coupon. The blacks of the eye are black because there's nothing there. It's just a hole. You're seeing inside their eyeball, but you can't see anything because there's no light in there. The red pupils that you get from flash on a camera are from that light shining on your retinas and their blood supply. Some other animals, like cats, have a special tissue behind their retinas which can reflect back blue, green, or yellow light with flash. Damn. I am learning so much tonight. That the word movies is slang that derives from moving picture. I'd never considered it slang before, and it still feels weird whenever I say it aloud now. Additionally, footage refers to the length of the film used. At the end of first grade the teacher asked the class, "So who wants to stay here with me next year?" We all threw up our hands up excited, and she picked one of us. That kid stayed behind when we went to second grade. I think about this once in a while and feel thankful she didn't pick me. Last time I thought about this I realized that I've been missing the mark. That specific student was being left behind that year and the teacher did it in the smoothest way possible. That's actually really sweet of her. I agree. Damn, that was smooth and clever. What a sweetheart and good teacher. Made the other kids jealous. Would have sucked if he didn't raise his hand, lol. Could have gone either way. Always thought whipped cream was difficult to make. My friends and I would get excited and impressed that this crepe place would make their whipped cream in-house, as advertised for an extra $1.50. Can't begin to tell you how dumb I felt one day when I realized it is literally whipped cream. Does it help to know that you can make your own with a mason jar and patience? If you have enough patience you can make butter that way too. When I was about 19, shortly after Christmas, I went to get my wallet from the drawer next to my bed, only to find it missing. Thinking to myself, did I not take it out of my coat? I went to check, only to find it absent from there too. Panicking, I realize I've likely lost my wallet, or worse, had it stolen, and start ringing to cancel my debit cards. A few days later, my dad hands me my wallet. It's missing my bank cards, and about £30 in cash I had in there, but things like my store loyalty cards, staff discount card for where I worked and ID cards. He says he found it in a nearby park, yet the wallet was clean. This is the same man who routinely needed to borrow money from me, over $1,000 at this point I'm unlikely to see again. I only realized the other day it's very likely that he took the wallet from where I kept it, took the money out of my wallet, and then I realized it was missing before he had chance to put it back, then merely claimed to find it a few days after to avoid admitting to taking the money himself. He would have been better off throwing it into the trash. But thankfully for you he isn't that smart and you have confirmation now of the person he is.